anyways. Like, the main things about learning how to do good with crypto is knowing when to be in your drone and when to not be. So, like, my team is just walking by, and we see that team right there. I'm gonna pull up my drone in this cover. At, like, any cover that they cannot see, I'm gonna go in it. And then I'm gonna pull my drone out, fly up, and then get in the air. If I don't have my EMP, I'm just gonna sit in the air, pop it out. While they're looking at my drone, I'm just gonna beam them. And if they're not looking at my drone, like if they're looking at me still, then I have wall hacks and I just easy, like that. So like that's how this like and make sure you like when you position your drone, you have to. You can't just be like it's in the area because like now it's not scanning them. I'm just looking at them. And so, like, a lot of people say that crypto's passive is kind of pointless because his passive is that his drone scans. Like, that's his passive. His drone will scan people.
Pitching into my eye in the sky.
But, like, the thing about crypto is that he has, like, 1,000,000 passives. And number one is these banners right here that tell you in a 200-meter radius, which is, like, a whole 2 POIs wide, how many squads are in the area.
Yeah, there are no squads near us.
And you can ping it for your team. And then you have a 200-meter mark to where your drone doesn't like you anymore. So like you can't fly your drone mark.
I'm back.
But you can move behind it. And once it gets to like 215, I think, it'll automatically recall. So you could just leave it out forever.
I'm recalling my drone.
That's it. Like, and also like a lot of people like will care too much about their drone, like staying alive, and they'll always recall it for no reason. So like, the only time you should be thinking to be careful is when you have your EMP and you're planning on using it. So like, if it's late game, the zone is closing, and we gotta rotate, I'm gonna EMP right here.
The all-seeing eye.
I'm gonna EMP all these guys. So my team can move up. But the thing is, like, I've seen cryptos be like I've seen cryptos just be like this the entire time, dodging bullets like this. And if you have your EMP, this is not good. Do not do this if you have your EMP. Like if you're gonna scout, then go like way high them, and so you can just look around and ping for your team. But like, if you're just doing this to scan them, like you're scanning for no reason. Like this right here, if your team is not gonna act upon your scans, then there's no reason of being in your drone. Only be in your drone when you have to. Don't be like that one crypto that just sits in a building. Like you'll just sit here the entire game and just scan people. And also like, EMPing for no reason, like, alright, look, that's the type of thing you do when you have horrible evos. So like, if you've got a white evo or a blue evo, I can understand. You can EMP just for the damage and not push. But if you've got like purple and red, you're like, it's just rude for no reason, and it's a waste of an EMP as well. So like, yeah, it's just, there's no point. If your team is holding a building and you have then you can EMP early just for the damage. So if you don't, especially like if you don't have to peek. I've seen a lot of pro players do that in tournaments because they don't have a peeking weapon, so they EMP. But also, like, you should be using your EMP to definitely benefit your team. Like if you have got like the purple or red, save your EMP until you need it, and don't use your drone otherwise. Unless you're just scouting in the air. But if you ever scout, you need to place your drone high so it's harder to hit. Because your drone can go mad far. Like my body's all the way over there. Your drone can go mad far. So don't be afraid about it being recalled or anything.
Making them reboot.
And also, like, when it comes to EMPing, if you're trying to be, like, really fast and aggressive, like, let's say...
I'm good to go.
Like, let's say your teammate is Octane, right? And you have a jump pad right here. And, team, like, what I would do as Crypto...
Thanks for not giving up on me.
...is I'd tell my two teammates when to push. Like, Crypto is a good leading character because he has a lot of information and he can plan an attack very well. So if my teammates are standing there, I'm gonna tell them to push right now. This is when I tell them to push, because after that EMP goes off, they're on the floor. These guys are stunned, they can't move, and they have less shield. And my teammates are gonna get an easy kill.
I'm back. Logged off my drone.
But what I don't want to do, like, and the Crypto's about timing as well. Timing when you do it. So like, if I'm over here, right, and I go like this, and I hold my drone still, these guys still have a chance to shoot my drone before the EMP goes off. And if my teammates are already in the air, then they're gonna just fly in, and that's a 50-50. So you don't want to be too early with your EMP, and you don't want to be too late. And if you are early, then you've got to be dodging bullets. You got to be dodging bullets. And also try to be like placing your drone at an angle so it scans them while you're EMPing, so that way your team gets the wall hacks. Crypto's drone, like, is very useful, but like once you get that EMP off, don't worry about it being destroyed. If it gets destroyed, that's just more information. That's how I think of it. Because like, it's destroyed, that means there's more people. And like, let's say you finish this fight and your team is rezzing and healing and looting, and then that drone, I prefer to keep my drone up. Because when that drone is up, that means we can just heal and loot, and then if another team comes by, the first thing they're gonna see and hear is that loud drone flying in the sky. And a lot of teams don't like Crypto drones for some reason. They think they're like menacing. You're gonna hurt them. It's gonna fry their whole team. 1v3. They automatically shoot the drone. As soon as you hear that blast and Crypto says my drone has been destroyed, that's you guys' cue to back up and get ready for another fight. So I always try to keep my drone in the air as much as possible, even if we just leave the POI. Like even if we're just leaving, if I'm not trying to be sneaky at all and my team is rotating, I'm gonna leave my drone there. And if it gets destroyed, then that means that there's a team back there, so that's more information. And if it doesn't and it gets recalled, then cool, we got my drone back.
I'm recalling my drone.
And other things with Crypto is sometimes you're just rotating, you're walking around, and you accidentally bump into a team close range. This is where you don't want to pull out your drone and go like flying in, scanning, EMP, all that. Don't want to do that, because you're super gonna kill you. If they shoot you once or do any damage to you, you're gonna pop out of your drone and you're gonna get screwed. So like what you do here, if I accidentally run to this team, the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna start shooting. Do not worry about your abilities at this point. And let's say I do that much damage to him and I am like one shot kinda, I'm gonna back up to some cover and I'm gonna pull my drone out. I'm not gonna start healing. The first thing I'm gonna do is pull my drone out. And if you hold down your drone button, whatever it is to pull it out, it actually just pulls out. It doesn't, like, you don't go into the drone mode like this. Wait, let me recall it. If you press your drone button, it puts you into the drone, and you have to press it again to back out. But if you hold down your drone button, it just places it down. And what I'm gonna do before I start healing is I'm gonna place down my drone, because let's say my team, like I told them I cracked this guy, he's almost cracked. My team is right here, ready. I'm gonna place my drone an EMP so I can start healing, and now I know that the enemy team is going to be cracked. This is the self EMP. That's how you self EMP correctly. I always prefer, like, whenever I get cracked and I have no shields anyways, so I don't be losing any extra shields I don't need to. But that's like the only time I'd self EMP. Or like, look, if your team is in a fight, like let's say I knock this guy, it's a 2v3, but there's a third party right here. The first thing I'm doing, even if I'm full shield, I am self EMPing so my team can set up a Wraith portal or set up a jump pad so we're getting out. If there's a third party right there, especially in ranked, if there's a third party right there, we're backing out because we want to stay alive. And so that's why I would self EMP if I have shield. But that's the only time I really would do that. Otherwise, like, yeah, don't, if they're close, if they're, like, look, and you should be, like, not being in your drone. Don't be in your drone, 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 don't be in your drone. This is drone right here. This is a good drone spot.
Let's move here.
50 meters. 50 meters is where you want to be. You don't want to be any closer than that, because then they have a chance to just rush you if they have any mobility character. And also another tip for when like your drone is on low ground, like if you place your drone like as to self EMP,
I'm back. What y'all doing?
you can play this as cover because your drone will take bullets. And this will tank a whole 60 shots, which isn't that much, but it's still something. And also remember that Crypto, like if he's the last one alive, your teammates need to back out, and you like let's just say your teammates just don't make it. Don't feel bad, and don't go for their banners with your hand. That's the last thing you should be doing as Crypto. Don't ever do that. Unless their banner is just like on the way to running away. Just don't. Just run away safe, very far, as far as you want, pretty much, because this 200-meter range is massive.
Who the fuck are you talking to, Cloud?
I am streaming, Marvin.
Oh.
I'm just talking to myself, Marvin. It's fine. I'm going insane.
Bro, I was like, boy, you got voices in your head?
No. And then
I was like, are you telling yourself how to play Crypto? What the fuck is going on?
No. So yeah, just back out completely far away as much as possible, and then get their banners with your drone, because you can grab it just by anything.
Yeah. This man's would know. Okay.
Marvin,
I don't play Crypto in the slightest, but when I do, I play Crypto like him, and I practically win anytime that I pick up Crypto for the fuck of it, as long as I play like him. So like, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, Marvin.
Yeah.
Bro,
there was this one time I got randomly put on Crypto in a fucking ranked match. I wasn't paying any attention. Someone took my champion. I got put on Crypto. I won the match. Like,
wow.
Just play like this man. He knows what he's doing. Why are both of these people in my arena's match named Clutched? One's named L Clutched X. The other one is named L Clutched XD.
Bruh.
They're clearly partied up with each other.
Yeah.
No, it's just the L to like show clutch at the quarter or some shit. He's level 33 and level 42. Nice.
Nice. And we've been playing the game like for like many seasons, and
Fighting
they just started.
a Gibby with 682 wins in arenas. Yay! Yay! It's gonna be annoying.
Not only can you get their teammates' banners with Crypto's drone, you don't even have to be present for the respawn. You literally could just.
You really don't.
You just sit in your drone, get the banner, sit in your drone again, look for a respawn, click that button, then you exit your drone and look for enemy teams. Or find a place to meet up with your squad that's safe.
Arenas is amazing. you're just ass at it. Yeah, exactly what I just said. Yeah, no, it's... Arenas is amazing, you're just ass at it. It's that simple.
Another thing that
Battle
you
Royale
can
is one of those
try
things where it's just like...
when what's it called? When you're close range with Crypto's drone, another thing you could try is that, like, let's say you EMP this team and they're really close. As that EMP is going off, like, it hasn't gotten off yet, you just click the button and you don't think they're gonna shoot your drone, so you exit out, pull out an arc star, and just toss it at them. Because as soon as drone, that EMP will probably be going off, and then that's a free stick. So not only are they having no shields, they're probably getting knocked. It's like doing that. And even if you don't stick them, it still might even hurt them. Because when you're getting EMP'd, you also get stunned and slowed. So your movement is like that. So even if you miss your arc star stick, it still is probably gonna hit them. Like, they're gonna be slow like this, EMP, moving fast, arc star, and then slowing like this, and that's so much time that they're slowed and they cannot do anything. That's just another tip you can use with arc stars in Crypto. I prefer arc stars because I feel like they blow up faster than grenades. I don't know. All nades have their usefulness. All of them. They all have their own purpose. But I think, like, the most basic nade is probably arc star. It goes exactly where you throw. The point. And I think that's pretty much all the tips I have for Crypto. Just please, if you are playing Crypto, for the love of God, do not do this the entire game. Do not be this Crypto that just circles the enemy with their drone the entire game and does no damage. And then when they EMP, if you're gonna EMP your teammates, because this is annoying and it does make it hard to push with Crypto sometimes, is if your teammates are already in the fight and you got to EMP for them, it stuns everyone. It stuns your teammates and it stuns the enemies. It's still a benefit because both parties get stunned, but only one of them is taking damage. The thing is, if you're gonna EMP your teammates, make sure you hit the enemy. Because there's times I've seen my Crypto teammate actually EMP his own and not hit the enemy, which is insane. So, and if you're planning a Crypto attack, like holding your drone in a position so you can EMP from your body, that way you can move up, make sure that they are in the EMP radius, because I've also seen bad Cryptos place their drone way over here and then try to EMP like this, and it's nowhere near anyone. It doesn't hit any target, it doesn't do any service, except for maybe a no audio glitch. So please make sure your EMPs hit, make sure you place your drone correctly, and don't stay in your drone too long. Those are probably the best 3 tips I could give. And just be aware of what your character can do. Because please do not get your teammate's banner with your hand if you have your drone. And also remember that you can recall your drone if you don't want it to get shot.
I'm recalling my drone.
Alright, and I think that's it. So, yeah.